Look around you. What do you see? What kinds of things surround you? Maybe a notebook, or your keyboard, or a coin in your pocket, or even a pet. Think about how you may describe those things. What do they all have in common? You may be able to come up with some similarities, but one key similarity is that they are all matter. Matter is everything around you. Your pencil, a book, even you are matter. One of the most important things that chemists do is describe matter. Matter is anything that has mass and takes up space. Chemists spend their days working with matter, describing it, making measurements, and even changing its form. Let's take a closer look at a coin in your pocket. It is made from a metal. You can tell it is made from a metal because it's shiny and maybe has a silvery color. Those two descriptions I gave it were called physical properties. A physical property is a characteristic that can be observed or measured without changing the composition. If you toss your coin into a fountain, it will sink. This is because your coin is more dense than the water in the fountain. Density is another example of a physical property. Your coin may be a little wet, but it is still composed of the same material as it was before you tossed it in the fountain. Other examples of physical properties include color, smell, boiling point, mass, volume, and temperature. Now let's talk about your car. Your car is likely made from a metal as well. How can you tell? It probably has a very similar density as the coin in your pocket. What other properties does a car have? If you've ever seen a fender bender, then you know that metals are quite bendable. When they hit something, they dent instead of shattering like glass. This property is known as malleability. It is a property that almost all metals share and is a physical property because your car is still composed of the same metal after it's dented. It just may look a little different. But what happens if we fast forward 10 years? Now what does your car look like? Chances are that it may be starting to form some rust. Unfortunately, the iron that was used to make your car is not the most stable of the metals. When it is exposed to oxygen, it transforms into rust. This ability to react to oxygen to form rust is called a chemical property. A chemical property is a characteristic that can only be determined by changing the chemical identity of a substance. What we started with was iron, but when it reacts with the oxygen in the air, it turns to iron oxide, or rust. What are some of the physical properties of rust? Are they anything like the properties of iron? Are they anything like the properties of oxygen? No, rust has its own set of properties. First, unlike its metallic counterpart, it's brittle. It's also a dull reddish-brown color. So the ability to react with oxygen is a chemical property